If you hear me!
Hello and welcome to Jazz Club. No, that's the wrong program. But hey, when I was asked to host an evolution show, I didn't know which evolution we were going to be talking about, as you can tell from my background. That's right. As we finished our evolution prediction show last week with Fraz singing the evolution theme in Mexican, I actually did think that's what we'd be talking about this week. But no, we're not talking about Batista, Ric Flair, well, definitely not Ric Flair, Randy Orton, or Triple H, unless we talk about how well Triple H did booking the Women's Evolution pay-per-view, Evolution 2, but they didn't call it 2. Anyway, I am Dirty Dave. I am here today with Fraz, who is usually the humble host, who will pretty much take over for me after I massacre this intro. How are you, Fraz? And did you enjoy Evolution this weekend?
I did. I thought it was very good. I'm very disappointed we're not talking about Ric Flair shitting himself. However, the matches on Sunday evening were spectacular. In particular, Rhea Ripley and Io Sky, but we will get to that.
We will get to that.
I will say there is definitely a job waiting for you in introducing YouTube videos if you decide to quit your current day job.
Absolutely not.
Okay,
But thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Let me share with the viewers our predictions from last week. Andy is not with us tonight; he is working, unfortunately. However, we will be fair and unbiased in our point scoring. David is keeping the scores, and we'll go to the first match where I believe there must be a typo error because I'm pretty sure I picked Becky, but
no,
and someone must have come in and hacked the prediction thing because it says there because she has a beautiful bottom, some kind of bottom move.
Yes, that was your writing there.
Okay, this match I will just say must be one of the most spectacular roll-ups. Was it a roll-up or something?
Yeah, well,
It was
yeah.
unbelievable.
Yeah,
Becky is just fucking brilliant at the minute.
It was proper old school, sort of inverted roll-up, which was really good, out of nowhere. I think sort of the reverse of what Andy's put, hasn't he? Because he's put Becky pins Bayley, but she doesn't. She pinned, or does she? Oh God.
So Becky pinned Bayley, yeah.
Yeah, so he's got
Are we going to give him the points though?
Did Lyra hit the Nightwing yet? No, Bayley. It was kind of the other way around, wasn't it?
No, wasn't it? Yeah.
I think.
Shall we give
a
him
half point?
A half point. Okay, so
1.5.
You get 1, and I get 0.
Yeah, because he's got it right, but the wrong way around. But that's very, very good, and a great opening match. Really good triple threat match. I like these three. I'm not particularly invested in Lyra, so I liked the Becky and Bayley. I thought it was a really good start to the show, and a really, really good finish. Really good.
Yeah, excellent finish. As we discussed on our Holla If You Hear Me weekly show, the Lyra and Bayley match was quality as well. I just think all three are really talented in the ring. I just wish Lyra was a bit better on the mic and her character was, I don't know, slightly more engaging, something you can get invested in. But
yeah.
You know, that match was a great opener, and yes, I've lost that one, unfortunately.
Oh dear.
Yes, Mangill and Naomi.
Oh.
For those who don't know, who don't follow the show regularly, Mangill is Jade Cargill. And we've all gone for a Mangill victory, clean pants victory, Mangill slammy thing. And you've put Mangill slammy thing on a trash can worth 0.25 points.
Whereas actually it's for a table.
So, what are we saying here? We all getting 1 point? Or
I think, well, we all get, I mean, really, we should all get 2 points, but there's an argument to say that I should get 2.25 points because I was the only one who said that'd be slammed through something.
Yeah, but you said for a trash can. If you said a
All right.
table, I
2
would have
points
given you
each
3
then.
points. I would have given you 3.
2 points each then. Because we all got it through the Mangill Slam thingy. Interesting twist to this match that Bianca was added as the special guest referee, but yet didn't really do anything massive to amplify a story.
No.
You know, I mean, it was okay. It was okay. It was okay. I think it was just too predictable. And then when you add some unpredictability to the match, i.e. Bianca, but then don't give any unpredictability in the match, it was kind of a bit like, oh, okay, fine, fair enough. So I kind of felt like I was a bit bored of this match coming into it. Then I got a bit excited, and then I was like, oh, well, there was no need to get excited. But it was okay.
Yeah. No, agreed. I think the landscape's changed somewhat for what I thought was going to happen with these 3 all culminating in a match at SummerSlam. However, I do think that Jade Cargill is destined for the gold, and Bianca Belair will be her main threat going forward. I think there'll be a heel turn from Bianca possibly, and it may turn out that she was the one behind the attack on Mangill all along, and possibly her and Naomi will reign supreme at some point in the future.
Well, maybe SummerSlam, and we know a lot more about SummerSlam after Raw than we have even contemplated on for the last few weeks. So I expect it, as we don't have long, 3 weeks, I expect to get some big matches and decisions made on SmackDown this week. Wouldn't surprise me if Bianca is in the Women's Championship match at SummerSlam.
Ooh, hot take. Speaking of hot, the Women's Battle Royal, where the winner goes on to, is it Clash in
Paris?
Paris.
Clash in Paris.
Clash in Paris. Andy.
He's got it. He's nailed it.
Stephanie Vaquer, yeah.
Yep. I allowed you to influence me last week. I was going to go with Stephanie Vaquer. And then you hit me out of nowhere with Bianca as a surprise return. And I thought, yes, I can see that. And she did. But as a referee in that match, not in the Battle Royal.
Yeah, a bit of a disappointing one there. But still, Stephanie Vaquer, winner.
Yep.
I haven't really got much to say other than it was a kind of mid run-of-the-mill battle royal right winner, I guess. I mean, I found it quite surprising that Lash Legend was in the final 4. In fact, she was in the final 2, wasn't she?
Lash LaRue. Yeah, that was interesting. I'd thought Nia was going to be in there at the end. I mean, obviously she was in the final 3, but you know what I mean. As in, that would be down to maybe Stephanie and Nia, and we'd have a sort of Benoit Big Show type elimination from the 2004 Royal Rumble. But sort of glad that Bella didn't win, because I didn't want them coming back to win. Kind of thought maybe a few more people might have come back in the Battle Royal, but they had lots of famous old school legends at ringside during the show, so at least we got to see some people. It was all right. Nia Jax goes crazy to start with, eliminates a handful of people, so really quick start, but at the same time, a bit of a letdown for the people who got eliminated really quick. Then it settles down, stays settled, I think, for a bit too long. Then we had another burst of eliminations, and then, you know, before you know it, we were down to the last 3, and like you say, a bit of a surprise as to who the runner-up was. But of course, the highlight of the Battle Royal was the fact that we had 2 Stephanies in the ring at the end of the Battle Royal, because Stephanie McMahon Helmsley took to the ring to interview Stephanie Vaquer, and they had a lovely discussion about clash in Paris and all that jazz. But it was nice to see Steph.
I can't say I share your sentiments with that. However, and I can't say I share your sentiments with Nikki Bella, because I actually quite like her. I like seeing her back. I like the nostalgic feel of it.
Yeah, I just
I
didn't
was
want
a
her to win.
little. I wouldn't have minded her to win, to be honest. I would have preferred it to be Chelsea Green and Stephanie Vaquer as the last two, because if you watch Raw, they have a little interaction
They do.
backstage before Chelsea fights Bella. And I wouldn't have even minded Chelsea Green winning, to be
Oh,
honest.
that would have been awesome. But yeah.
But still, I mean, I'm not too disappointed with Vaquer winning. So Andy gets a point, we get
He does.
0. Tag match.
He's done it again.
He's done it again, hasn't he?
He's absolutely nailed it. No.
No, it wasn't, was it? It was a roll up and.
Yeah. But he's got 1 point.
Yeah, he's got 1 point there.
Yeah. So I've got to be really honest. It doesn't matter about who won or lost this match. This isn't my reason for this. Well done to Andy for getting that right. I was just a bit disappointed in the match. Just didn't quite work for me. Highlight of the match, in my opinion, was Charlotte and Alexa, and how over Charlotte was. She was being cheered astronomically in her entrance and in that match. So they've got gold here with Charlotte and Alexa, and it wouldn't surprise me at all if they, you don't know these things are going to happen, but it wouldn't surprise me now if they're not thinking, oh, we probably should have put the straps on them. They probably should have won, because we can go further with this storyline. So interesting to see what they do with that. But yeah, the match was just a bit higgledy-piggledy. There was some good spots. It was all right. It was a way of getting, 8 women on the card. We'll never know what should have happened, because obviously Liv Morgan was injured. But it was okay. It was okay. It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
But with Liv being injured, I maybe thought they'd pull the trigger and do a little bit more. We spoke last week about the Kabuki Warriors getting back together. Who cares? Especially after we had like a couple of weeks build of Asuka coming back to be single and have her old music and all that sort of stuff, and she was in the Queen of the Ring tournament, and then boom, that's all gone, and the Kabuki Warriors are back together. And they made such a big deal about Damage Control breaking up after WrestleMania as well. So, yeah, I don't care. Yeah, just didn't give me enough to care about. But, it was a good match. It is worth watching. Alexa, Charlotte, Roxy, and Raquel, I thought were the best in the match. And those interactions, I thought were the best. And they got the best reactions from the crowd. Not saying the other women weren't good, because they were, but yeah.
I believe that it's perfect opportunity for Alexa and Charlotte to win the titles at SummerSlam.
Well, let's see.
In hindsight, they could have put the straps on them, but it would have a bigger impact if they win at SummerSlam. The reaction will be much bigger. I don't really have too much to say on the match. It wasn't one that I was particularly looking forward to, unless we saw a return from Liv. Sorry, not Liz. And yeah, if Alexa and Charlotte do win at SummerSlam, then it sort of plays into the storyline with Judgment Day perfectly, doesn't it? Because they've then lost the straps that Liv never lost. So,
and SummerSlam could be a bad night for Judgment Day, because there could be an Intercontinental title match at SummerSlam. Yeah. The men's tag team match could be crazy, and yes. So it could all fall apart, and Finn Balor's master plan of tearing down Judgment Day, which I think is what's happening, could all come to fruition at SummerSlam.
Andy has got another point.
Has he really?
Jacy Jayne. She won, didn't she?
No, she did, didn't she? Yeah.
Maybe we've got that wrong. her little helpers will win her the match by helping them because they're her little helpers.
No, because technically it was the person that came out in Jordan Grace's
Yes.
corner turned
What was her
on
name?
her.
Monroe Blake.
That new, yeah. But I'd be,
Blonde lady.
in the interest of fairness, you could give him half a point.
I don't think it's necessary considering he's probably won now.
I would say yes.
Yeah, I'm disappointed that Jordan Grace didn't win. But they made such a big deal about this Monroe Blake coming over from AEW, was it? That she's involved in some kind of storyline now with Grace, who is pretty over. So, yeah, I mean, there's not really much to say, is there?
No, I mean it was an okay match, but you've got 3 people on the outside of the ring and you've got 2 people inside the ring, so sometimes that's a bit of an overkill. Everybody was expecting something. They kind of threw this person in with Grace the day before. It's all a bit rushed, a little bit higgledy-piggledy, but the match was fine.
Yeah.
Definitely worth watching. Can't complain. But yeah, there's not much else to say. There was outside interference, and there was a turncoat Benedict Arnold situation.
Indeed. Io and Rhea, well, we've all got that wrong, haven't we? And I don't think anyone really had this. I'd be interested to know if the world of the interweb had a universe where Naomi cashed in.
Not on these two.
Not on
No,
these two.
I thought it might have been on Tiffy time, but I think I just need to say that I thought this match was absolutely outstanding.
Yeah.
And I'd be very, very interested to see someone's star ratings for this, because they smashed it in a triple threat match at WrestleMania. And, it's interesting that the size difference between Io and Rhea and the different style of wrestling, that sometimes if they're not going to be compatible, you chuck someone else in and you make it a triple threat match so that you're blending the styles more. So for anyone who thought these two wouldn't have a good match, boy, you got that wrong. This, for me, match of the, we've got SmackDown, Saturday night's main event, NXT, and then we had Raw and Evolution and then Raw. So we've had 5 monster shows from WWE alone. This is the match of the weekend, hands down. Fantastic, fantastic match. Absolutely brilliant. And what was really good is they sold things so well. I think Rhea Ripley was selling her chest and her stomach for, a good half of the match. It was just good. It was just such a good match. I'd give it 5 stars. I really would.
Yeah, I've read places that have given it 5 stars over the weekend. Just phenomenal. Lots of spots, lots of memorable moments, and did exactly what it said in the tin, right? This was a PLE for women, and it just goes to show that, I was one of those people where, at WrestleMania or SummerSlam, main events got to be the guys, but I'd be quite happy with if Naomi, Rhea, and Io featured as the main event on night 1 for SummerSlam. I'd be more than happy with that. It's money, and it's very entertaining. I thought it was a great match, and the finish was superb as well.
I think you might be onto something there, because actually the MetLife Stadium was where WrestleMania 35 came from, which is where the first ever women's main event at WrestleMania was, and that's where SummerSlam is. So that'd be a pretty cool thing to sort of pay homage to, really, wouldn't it? First ever 2-night SummerSlam, night 1, women main event, the first ever SummerSlam, but it's in MetLife, like they did at WrestleMania. That's a history making sort of fun stat fact that someone, probably not me, in 20 years' time will be doing this week in wrestling history, when they do a From the Vault segment,
You never know, Dave.
You never know. But yeah, straight up Naomi, fantastic cash in, really
Yeah.
good win, but a great match. That didn't take away from the match. Personally, that's right up there with the heist of the century from WrestleMania 31 for me. That Naomi cash in. It was just done how it was supposed to be done. Just come out of nowhere. Absolutely shocked everybody. The whole crowd, everybody was just like, what? And then bang, smashed her in the face, smashed Io Sky in the face with the briefcase, and then does the Rob Van Dam split-legged moonsault. 1, 2, 3, cheers by new champ, and she's out of there, and it was great.
And a fantastic bottom to boot.
Yes, that's not bad either.
Okay. No points there. Final match. Trish and Tiffy. We've all gone for Tiffy.
And we've all gone with the prettiest moonsault.
And Naomi will cash in and win. So you guys got that wrong. So I get 2 points there. I don't really think it has a bearing on.
No, not.
But
really.
I will just add. I don't know how old Trish is, but she's got to be nearing her 50s now, and she looks fantastic.
I mean,
both in the ring and physically, she looks fantastic.
Well, she looked fantastic in every aspect of what she did, I think is what's important to say. She carried the match fantastically. Everything she did was great in the match. She looked physically fantastic. The Trish Stratus package works. I think the only critique I've got to this match is there was no real build to it. It was just very quickly 2 interview segments. One saying, thanks for letting me be your tag partner a few months ago. But you know what? I still think I've got another run in me. So let me have a title match. And then the next week it's like, yeah, okay, thanks. But you wouldn't be as relevant if it wasn't for me, because I'm the women's champ and I brought you back to wrestle in front of your kids. And I'm going to beat you. And that's kind of it. Which was a bit of a shame. Trish, I think, does some of her best work when she's a heel, but at the same time, you're not going to bring her back as a heel on this, so I've got no problems with her being a face. I just don't think the story had enough in it. But having said that, the match was as good as it could be. I actually think it was better than the Charlotte-Tiffy match at WrestleMania, which for me is a nod to both Trish and Tiffy, because it does show that Tiffy is getting better. And also, again, just shows how awesome Trish is. Her first women's title match in 18 years, I think, or something crazy like that. Or 15, from 2005 or 6, when she retired as the women's champion. I think it was 2006. Yeah. But a really good match. Really good match.
Yeah, and I think Trish even touched on it herself, that she was disappointed that the build wasn't what she wanted it to be on her socials.
Right. Okay.
However, Tiffy wins. She's a champ. She goes into SummerSlam facing Mangill. It'll be interesting to see if she wins that. I don't know. As we've already said in this video, I think Mangill's destined for the gold. And whether or not Bianca gets inserted into that.
Yeah, but is it at SummerSlam? I can see Mangill going. I can see this. We might have to wait till WrestleMania, and Mangill getting her hands on Naomi or Bianca at WrestleMania.
Yeah, possibly. Do you want to see Tiffy continue to be the champ until fucking Mania? I mean,
but Bianca could win it, couldn't she?
Possibly.
Who knows? And champions may change shows because there's a draft coming. And I don't mean someone's left the window open.
Indeed. Well, with that, do you want to announce the winner?
Yeah, well, if anyone watched our Saturday night's main event video, everybody knows, our recap video, everyone will know how passionately I explained that I'm a firm believer in, if there's a draw, they're clearly joint second, yeah? They're not joint last, they're joint second. Yeah,
I don't think you said that.
I'm pretty sure if we go back and watch it, that's the case. So in joint second on 4 points is Fraz and me. So I'm chuffed that I came second. Are you chuffed you came second?
Absolutely.
You wouldn't want. I mean, no one wants to come last, do they? Let's be fair.
Yeah.
But steamrolling into the lead with an amazing 7.5.
Bloody hell.
And to be fair, probably should have had 8, but you said no. Andy. So congratulations to Andy. Unfortunately, he's not here to accept his award. This was going to be the only show that we gave an award out for, but never mind. We'll have to save that one to SummerSlam maybe. But yeah, he's absolutely smashed it. Absolutely smashed it. Got that bang on, pretty much. So well done to
Yeah,
Andy.
congrats. That could be possibly the highest points we've had on a show.
But I think
Although there was a lot of matches.
There was a lot of matches. Yeah, to be fair, that's because that's very good. Since WrestleMania, since we've been doing this post WrestleMania, pay-per-views or PLEs have only had 4 matches on. But yeah, that's still very, very impressive. And fantastic roundup to knocking Youssef off his perch. After 2 straight wins in a row, Dave smashes him at Saturday night's main event, and Andy smashed him at Evolution. So, yes.
So, if my Steiner maths are correct, that's 33.3% of the shows each. So 2 victories each. And ladies and gentlemen, I think I might be on.
We need to go back in the archives and check, but I think
we might need to. I think you might be wrong there. I think
I got Backlash and.
No, I don't think you did, because I won 2 in a row, so that means that I was winning. I won Money in the Bank, didn't I? And
yeah, but we started at Backlash, and I think I got Backlash, the original Saturday night's main event.
You won the first one. Andy won the second one. I won the next 2. You won the next one. Andy's won this one. I urge you to tune in for our SummerSlam predictions, because you do not want to miss that, because I can guarantee you there will be some ridiculous takes from Dave and Andy to try and oust me. However, as you know, I am the humble host of this channel, and I am the common man, the voice of the common man, shall we say. I shall reign supreme. Every dog has his day, and Andy and Dave have just had theirs. I love you all. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget, Holla If You Hear Me weekly will drop, and we've got Evolution recap show, this one, and Saturday night main
event, and hot takes, which is a new show where me and Dave will be discussing hot takes from Reddit. So thanks for joining us. Share, subscribe. David, final words? Well, thanks everyone, but I think it's pretty safe to say that me and Andy have flapped the unflappable Fraz, because he's clearly turned into a mess at the end of this video because he's lost 2 shows on that. But
I'm a quivering mess.
I'm not gonna revel in it. It's all good, and it's up to the dogs to continue their day. And let's see a 2-night SummerSlam, 2 prediction shows, one for night 1, one for night 2, and then we'll have a Master of SummerSlam's recap show.
Fantastic. Well, with that, Evolution is a mystery.
Jesus Christ.
Adios, amigos.
What have I started?